Hey there, so here's a little home-based workout with the body weight if you want to at the very minimum, or if you have a pair of dumbbells, we'll use some dumbbells. So I'm not going to warm up here because I already am, but I encourage you to watch the warm-up video that I have on my YouTube channel, link provided below. So do the warm-up and then watch this video to get familiar with the routine, and then I will demonstrate each movement, and then we'll do one round, and then you could do as many rounds as you want for the time that you have available. So just make sure you warm up. We first start off with a little bit of a cardio boost, so we're going to do 30 jumping jacks. Brace the pelvic muscles tightly, jump as wide as you'd like, but make sure the knees are tracking outward. You're landing on the balls of your feet, on your toes, and then the heels coming down. So we're going to do 30 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay, just notice when the jumping jacks are done that you're pulling your pelvic muscles tightly. You're moving the arms robotically. You're not flapping your arms. Okay, so next exercise we have step back lunge with a front kick. If you have weights, you could use the weights. So if you have dumbbells, you would go step back lunge, front kick. That's the very basic. You could also do a hammer curl and front kick. But however, if most of you may not have weights right now, so I will do that without weights. It's still quite challenging, and I'll tell you, if you're a beginner, big step back. So I'll just do this way. Big step back, bring the back knee down 1 inch off the floor. This front knee aligns with the hip, so don't let the knee go inwards, kind of align it. So then this knee and the back knee are both at 90 degrees, and then come up. Okay, so it's a step back lunge, then come touch toe, and then heel forward as you kick. The knee comes up, your foot is flexed, you kick it out, bring it right back, and then set it down. So if you want to work more on your core stability, try to do this exercise without stepping the foot down. So in other words, lunge back and lunge back, straight to the front kick, and then straight to the lunge back. So this will force your stabilizing, balancing muscles to be actively engaged. Okay, you're working on the same leg. My recommendation is that you start with the left, or whatever is your non-dominant leg. Okay, if you had a soccer ball, would you kick it with your right? Then you got to work the left, because then your right leg is more dominant. All right, so we're gonna go for 15 repetitions. Again, if you have any knee issues, please cater. Maybe don't go as low. The goal is to go as low as possible to engage the bottom, right? But to care for the knees is more important. So if it's challenging to go too low, don't go too low. You could also hold on to the chair for support. So here we go for 15 repetitions on each leg. Chest stays straight, glutes sit tight. Inhale back, exhale kick. Inhale back, exhale kick. Arms are here in the front or close to the body. Okay, none of this leaning on the body, getting up like that. I think this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pick a focal point. 10. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we switch legs. taking it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, if my pace is too fast, you could go slower. 8, and bridge. 9. Okay, so you decide. 10, what's available? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, next what we're going to do is a torso twist. This is for the obliques, and I think you could see me just fine. Okay, so torso twist. Your feet are hip distance apart, knees are bent, pointing towards the ceiling, and you want to pull yourself forward. So none of this, that's not pretty. You want to pull yourself forward, and then we're going to recline back, just like that. If you do not have a weight, you're going to clasp your hands, and you're going to turn as if you're trying to punch the floor here, punch the floor here. Make sure that you're not pulling on the neck. Make sure that shoulders are relaxed down, head is relaxed back. You want to be gazing up. Okay, the more you rotate, the more your range of movement is going to be improving. If you want to challenge yourself, of course, you could stack one foot on top of the other, or you could keep the feet up off the floor. If you want to challenge yourself, dumbbells, if you have them, you could use one heavy dumbbell. So like this could be 12 or 15, and you could bring it, swing back towards the hip. Or if you have two light dumbbells, so say these are 8s, there could be 10s, there could be 5s. Keep them here. Again, put them down, lift them up. Put them down, lift them up. Put them down, lift them up, okay? We're gonna go for 20 reps, counting only one side. So I will do it without the weight, focusing on the form, especially if you're new to this. I see a lot of rounding back and then it hurts here. We want to keep pulling. 20 reps is a lot if you haven't been doing these on a regular basis, or if your core is not as conditioned. So if you get to 10 and you start feeling your spine collapse, please straighten up and fix. It's not going to cost you anything, but it will prevent an injury or a muscle kink, okay? So here we go. Hug the torso towards the knees, lean back, clasp your hands, lift the feet if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. So that's the torso twist. After that, we again going to work on the legs, primarily the inner thighs with the sumo squat. Again, if you have one heavy dumbbell, you could use it, holding it at the chest level. The movement that we will do is placing your feet wide enough for a sumo squat. Whatever that might be for you, is definitely should be wider than your shoulders. I usually guide my clients to go as wide as the mat to start off with. It also depends on your flexibility of the hips. So what we will do is we will squat down, keeping the chest up, and we're going to lift up onto the toes, lifting the heels, come back down onto the heels, and then stand up, squeeze the booty, really open the hip flexors, and always keeping the chest up, especially when we hear the tendencies to drop. but we want to keep pulling back up, strengthening the lower back muscles, okay? And like I said, if you have a dumbbell, 1 or 2 light ones, you could do this. Inhaling, hold the breath, exhale. So making sure that the shoulders are pulled back, that you're balancing, lifting the heels, and then coming back up. So we're doing 12 repetitions of that. It will give us a good quad burn. And also, so make sure, if you can, to bring your hips below the knees, but it all depends on the flexibility. So try to get your hips as low as possible. That's the goal. However you get there, however long it takes, just be mindful not to collapse with the torso. That's what I see a lot. So it all becomes in the lower back and nothing on the bottom, okay? So here we go. I'm not going to be using any weight. I hold my hands up front, and we're going to inhale, push the knees apart, lift the heels, straighten up, squeeze the glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and to piggyback off that, to give a little plyometric, is we're going to do sumo jump squats with a jack. So feet together, you jump in low, bridge, and hop again. So there's a little hop with the feet coming not together but narrow, parallel to each other. So you're kind of like you're taking off platform. You hop here, hop into sumo squat, bounce back into the sumo squat, okay? Are we gonna do 10 of those? So we'll raise the heart rate even more. So start with feet together. Again, brace all the pelvic muscles. Shoulders are relaxed down. Thrust the hips back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very well. The next one is plank. Let's see how I could do this so you can see me better. Okay, so say you are on the side plank. So you want to make sure that your top leg to the front and this shoulder is pushed back, externally rotated away from the ear, so you're not leaning on it like that, okay? So we got to pack it down and away. You want to position your wrists right underneath, so as you rise up, you're all nicely stacked. I'm going to try to do it this way so you can see it better. Okay, so top leg to the front, and we're going to externally rotate the shoulders so the elbow crease is pointing forward. And we're going to lift up, push the hips forward so there's no crease here. And we're going to do 10 repetitions on each side. If this is too hard, if you have a shoulder injury, then you could come down to the forearm, but use your whole forearm. Don't just put the hand vertically, put it flat. And then use this hand to help lift up. The main key component here is to make sure that you're pressing the hips forward. In other words, I should look like a straight line when I lift. I should not have a bend or a crease in the hip, okay? So that's the key. And then also be mindful of the neck. Don't jack it up. So here we go, 10 on each side. Top leg to the front, adjust the shoulder back, lift up into the plank, hold, push the hips forward. Inhale, dip, exhale, reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Of course, if you have a dumbbell, you could easily hold it overhead, not too heavy, depending on the strength of your shoulders, stability of your shoulder joint. I wouldn't go any heavier than 15, but that's just me. If you're new to this, please just do the body weight first until you develop the strength in the shoulder. So again, pull this back, lift up, create a straight line, push the hips forward, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's it. So here's a little at-home body weight workout, and if you have dumbbells, that's great. You could incorporate them, and we worked on the legs and abs, obliques, and a little bit of shoulders. So I hope you found it helpful. Repeat it as many times as you'd like, but don't overdo it, especially if you have never worked out and now you go gung-ho doing 4 or 5 rounds. That's no good. So start slow and build up. Steady does it. All right. Of course, I welcome your comments and any specific feedback. Take care. Stay fit.